we're still Nigerian guys. We're still Yoruba guys. So we do want a little bit of respect.
Yeah, put me respect. Prostrate yourself before you speak to me. I'm not your mate.
like,
Bro,
what was
coming to
that?
my chat talking about where's Tosin. Fuck you and fuck Tosin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show. This is the weekend review. You have myself, Tosin, your host, alongside Deen and Coach. Fellas, I know today was not the best of days for you, but otherwise, how's everything going?
I'm gonna ask you about your trip into New York with Andy Cole and them niggas, man. How's that?
It was fantastic. I just got invited to watch Man United at a thing at Terminal 5 in New York to go watch, the United supporters group. And Andy Cole was there, and it was cool to just watch the game with other United fans. Got to take some stuff for work. I'm a actual working man now, so to do some stuff for my job and the brand as well. So, had to be in another place. I wish I could record
Was
with
there any Arsenal fans there? I suspect there was. There must
There
have been.
was a guy with an Ozil jersey on.
I had a feeling. It's a lot more friendlier in in,
America, yeah.
in America. You can't do that shit
I
over
almost got out the car because my homie was driving. Almost got the car, two stud tackle him. I was like, you shouldn't be doing that, but
I can imagine how friendly it would be over there because you guys don't really care if you win or lose over there. It's all about the friends you make along the way. Over here, it's blood and thunder, bro.
What the fuck is this nigga talking about? There are no draws in any American sports, but there are draws in your sports. So what are we talking about here?
Yeah, I'm talking about how you. I'm talking about how you guys do
freedom on
football.
your ass. I will freedom on your ass during Ramadan, my brother. Like don't play with me, man.
First of
Still
all,
a patriot.
fire lava spirit, because nothing on my ass, bro. First of all, let's just put that.
it's not June, okay?
Let's just first of all.
Listen, man. No pause out here. We gang and pressing everything, man. We gang and pressing everything today, man. Let's go. Let's talk football, baby.
That's a great segue because Gegenpressing has started in Germany. And you know what happened in Germany this weekend in the Bundesliga?
A lot of madness.
Absolutely. Bayern Munich celebrating the 125th anniversary of their existence. Lost to Bochum at home, wearing very nice jerseys. Had the Trefoil logo and everything, and still lost to Bochum 2-3. Dean, take it away. I really want your thoughts and opinions on this game.
Yeah, it was such a strange game because Bayern, well, I guess it's not that strange. Bayern actually rotated a little bit. They were going to do this regardless of what happened in the game in midweek where they beat Leverkusen and they're basing the next round of the Champions League. But Rafa Guerrero came in and scored a brace. And that was mad confusing. I thought I was in like 2019 or something, man.
That's the most he's done since him and who was the other left back did a hatchet job on Saka last season. That's literally
that's all he's done. Bro, I feel like he was good during peak COVID days and no other time. I feel like he's the TJ Warren of European football, But in any event, they scored those goals and it was looking like a fairly regular game. Serge Gnabry missed a penalty in between the goals, which, rang their alarm bells a little bit. But it's Bayern and they're hosting Bochum. Bochum are 16th in the table. This was going to be very straightforward. Then Bayern conceded and Yao Polina got a red card and it was on like Donkey Kong. Ibrahima Sissoko and Matos Berro both scored in the second half, and all of a sudden, Bayern were down 3-2, and they could not figure out a way to win this game. But it's Germany, so does this really matter, guys?
No, because Dortmund lost to Augsburg 1-0. And that header was freaking amazing, by the way. That header was... I was like, whoa, oh, excuse me. Yeah. And Dortmund did have kits that looked like the one that Drake Romberg designed it. It's like a one-off. Remember the ones with like the 95 around there? That's the sort of like kit they wore. It's nice kits, but they lost nonetheless.
Yeah, that's typical Dortmund, man.
Yeah, it was weird, the kit thing. I don't quite understand. It just kind of did it to do it. At least with Bayern, there was an occasion, the 125th anniversary. With this one, I went online to figure out why they did it and couldn't find anything. Fantastic kit, though.
I'll tell you the reason right now.
Yeah, what's that?
I'll tell you the reason right now. Drip or drown, and they drowned.
Which jersey do you like more, Coach? The Bayern one or the Dortmund one?
I won't lie. I think I like the Bayern one, man. Like that's what I was fixated on more than the game. I can't even lie. I was like, this is some nice shit, man.
Tosin, who you got?
I like Dortmund's just a little bit more.
I'm gonna go ahead and bitch out. I can't call them, man. They're both very, very nice, very nice. But apparently, their jerseys to be worn by losers because they both lost.
You know who else lost too?
Who that?
Leverkusen to Werder Bremen.
Yeah.
Damn.
They've tapped out. Their season.
I mean, they lost Florian Wirtz as well, didn't they? Innit?
They
Yeah,
did.
that's the real loss. Like losing the game is bad. Getting Florian Wirtz injured that's just a disaster because
Yeah.
everything. I mean, like this is weird because I feel like Xabi has been. We haven't really gotten on his ass like that yet because let's be honest, we don't pay as much attention to Leverkusen as we say to Arsenal. But I get the sense that he's been doing a lot of tactical improvisation lately, and it's not really working. I'm looking back at some of these lineups in recent weeks, and I'm like, where is Boniface? Where is Schick? Why are they not playing? Why is Nathan Tella your striker? Like, what are you doing, man? Like, what's going on? And
You know that
this
you
is
know
the
that
result.
meme of what's it called? What's his name? Emery when he was looking at the ball and like just overthinking. That's what he's been doing. Just complete head loss for no reason.
Like, he just called him a monkey.
I didn't do shit.
I'm just saying. I thought you'd be happy about that. But
Your boy Hugo missed the penalty this weekend, by the way.
huh?
He knows exactly what you're talking about.
Like, I legit didn't know this happened. I mean, I know it's not on the agenda, but that's not why. Like, I legit didn't know. Like, I'm very sad right now.
Yeah, he missed the penalty, but Michi Batshuayi scored. So if that makes you feel any
So
better,
did Frankfurt win or not?
I think we skipped over something quite significant. Florian Wirtz looks to be quite badly injured.
Yeah, he's like that. He was on crutches.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, so how much? He's their best player, obviously, but
Yeah.
for some reason, I don't feel like this is gonna. I don't feel like he controls their form per se, if that makes sense. But we'll have to see. We haven't seen them without him for a long time, and thankfully so. But it's not looking good, bruv.
do you know who they got next?
Bayern Munich in the week.
Bayern again.
Yep.
So their season is they basically lost their season in the last week. Then.
Yeah.
And then
That's
they play.
that's terrible. When you think about football in general, like you work so hard to put yourself in a position, and in 1 week it can just go up in smoke.
You know what? You know what we call that? Where I come from? We call that life because that shit happens in real life too.
As my dad told me the first time I came to him with a problem, he said, "Tough break, nigga."
Coach, can we get the standings and get out of Germany, please? I just seen a bratwurst fly inside my room.
Good God Almighty, you fire lava spirit, but what? Bayern are on top with 61 points. Leverkusen are in second, 53 points. Mainz, god damn, they're in third, man. They're the form team in Germany,
Hey,
guys.
man, let's just keep it a buck. The Zionists are winning right now, man. Like, check the scoreboard, guys. It's bad right now, man. It's bad. So Mainz, they go into the Champions League, coach. You just deal with it. Deal with it.
Frankfurt have lost 3 in a row, guys, and I feel like ever since a certain man started getting attention, maybe the lights were too bright for him. I don't know, but
I don't feel that's the case. It's not about wins or losses here, man. It's about performances. Okay. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused.
They're on 42 points. Freiburg on 41 points in 5th place. Leipzig are 6th on 39 points. Leipzig, if they've got any shame, they literally will not let Mainz finish above them. What is that?
They don't have any shame. They just have a handsome coach. So.
Oh man.
Let's go over to France. Rennes traveled away. Well, Rennes hosted PSG, traveled away to Rennes. And PSG discovered their scoring boots again, and they rotated their side heavily. But Ousmane Dembele still got a brace off the bench because he's in form. And Dean, question for you and you, coach: do we think Ousmane's gonna, be in the Ballon d'Or rankings? Because it's looking really good for him this season.
Go on, Dean.
Oh no, I wanted you to take that one because I.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so here's my thinking. Here's my thinking. Who has been the outstanding candidates in world football this season in general? Right, Mohamed Salah clearly, Rafinha clearly, and then you're looking around, you're thinking, oh crap, yeah, Dembele clearly as well. Pardon, sir?
Mbappe, I think.
Yeah, Mbappe obviously kind of thing, but he's like they're gonna obviously because it's a vanity contest as well. They're gonna put Bellingham there. They're gonna put Vinny there. Even though Vinny's got 10 league goals and we're in March now. I'm not hating. I'm just saying these are facts, in it, right? Like they're probably gonna find a way to put Haaland there. I don't know. Like Harry Kane will be there. But genuinely, the guys that have been the best players have all been essentially players that favour their left foot in attacking areas, which are Dembele, Salah, and Rafinha. Saka could be there, but obviously the injury just ruined everything. But yeah, like I don't think it's crazy to think that the top 10 would include all of those players that I named.
So you're basically saying that the world needs to go back to the left.
Yeah, well, I know I've got thoughts on that, but it wouldn't be so bad, I'd say.
Oh man, you set that joke up for me. Thank you so much. But yeah, they beat them. Bradley Barcola was the star man though, so shout out to Babyface Ray.
If there's a player I'm willing to overpay for, it's not like Alexander Isak, it's Bradley Barcola. That is the player I truly, genuinely want in my heart of hearts at Arsenal. Like that is Robert Pires with dreads, baby. Like that's
he's the player that I like the most in general because of. It's crazy. It's not his technical attributes. I just think his physical flooring is just insane to me.
He is.
He keeps going, and he's so strong and he's so fast, and it's just like it's just danger. It's
You know what
danger.
you sound like right now? You sound like an NFL scout.
Yeah, I won't lie. But to be honest, football and NFL right now in 2025, what's the difference really? Like,
Shit, man. Same shit, man.
what's actually the difference? You know, there's CTE everywhere as well, man. I mean, look at who talked about the game. The likes of Roy Keane and Jamie Carragher. This is all CTE infested northern twats. You know.
Oh man,
We gonna get on Roy Keane later, by the way.
Yeah, he's just the smoothest athlete out there. That's what I really enjoy about him. He just seems like he's a better athlete than everyone else, and I like that. I like the pace and power. Bring it.
But one more thing, you know, the heavily rotated side, right? They managed to squeeze in Kang Inley, Desiree Doué, Ramos, and Barcola. Like,
Hey, who was playing right back for them?
yeah, I know. I was gonna get to that. Like Zaire Emery as well. Like, I mean, even Beraldo, like, and he sucks as well. Like, but you know, they rotated heavily, but there's still a lot of quality there. This is why I keep saying they really have such an interesting squad. Like, I'm not jealous of them, but I admire this squad so much. Shout out to Luis Enrique for all, man.
You sound like LL Cool J. Just daydreaming about PSG.
That's crazy, man. And I got the bucket hat on. That's wild.
All you need is an apple, bro.
Marseille hosted Lens, and Lens beat them. So woo! We're happy about that, aren't we? Was Matt Ryan played?
Yeah,
Old Arsenal player.
He plays for Lens now, you know, ex-gunner. He pulled what we'd call this week an Allison. Lots of great saves in this game.
He's a bit of a slag though, isn't he? Because he was at Palace and
what do you want from him, man? He doesn't have he needs a job.
No, but it's just crazy. I feel like within 18 months he's done Arsenal, Palace, Forest, and now you say Lens, right?
Yeah, I mean, shit, man. It's hard when you can't lock down a spot somewhere. You know, you gotta hustle. That's a man hustling. But yeah, his heroic set up a late winner from Neil Elayanui in the 94th minute. The game was it was like the last kick of the game. It was awesome. Like, you know, I didn't realize how much I enjoyed seeing Roberto De Zerbi use that. Like, it's like a thing I really enjoyed these days. It's wild. Like, it started at Brighton, but it definitely intensified at Marseille for sure.
I've got a question for you guys. Yeah, who has the best footy lineage name? Right, and there's only three really real answers. Is it Sarr, Dembele, or Sissoko? Which players have turned out the best according to their name?
I think it's a Dembele easily.
Okay.
It's not even really close. Like,
Okay.
there's a reason why Messi didn't make it in Ligue 1. And it wasn't Sissoko's, it was Dembele's.
Oh man, Leo beat Montpellier 1-0. Jonathan Davis scored. Anyways, Dean, how was your day?
Hey man, wonderful day. Thank you. How are you, my brother?
I'm good.
Hey, coach, how about them standings?
Yeah, you guys are.
Before you finish.
You guys thought I would just. Do you think you can leave her?
Hey, respect the flow of the show, my brother. Please
No,
don't grab the spotlight for yourself and you're a slave.
Do you think you can leave her
This
without,
university.
without kissing my ass? You're dead wrong. Let me tell you.
Hey man, Tosin had a nice day. Okay, respect it.
Oh man, I'm just here to say that when a real striker walks in, like when a real striker walks in, real niggas get quiet. And that's all I'll say. In it,
Hey
like.
man, like you can't be talking like this about nigga Taro Martinez. Okay, like relax. I'm tired of this shit, man. We talk about this nigga too much, man. He's a Canadian. That's the 51st state. We don't give a fuck. Like, come on, dog. Like,
I'll be real. He's had a crap run of form kind of thing, but I feel like he's assist in the week, and then yeah, the goal this today as well. Yeah, man, he could be the difference in midweek as well, man. Like I'm rooting for them. So
this was a real gunman goal too. Like,
yeah,
box 18 type. I mean, box goalkeeper. Like, I loved it.
Yeah. By the way, I know we didn't put this on the agenda, but Lyon beat Nice 2-0. Ryan Shirky got the first goal, and Anderson Namara got the second goal. So
we gotta get Shirky out of France, man. I don't care who does it. Let's just get him out of there.
I just worry he's got the Reece James fat gene. Like,
yeah, he's fat.
Like that's what, and the thing is, I know he's not actually fat, but you know when you've got a propensity to just like certain footballers. Yeah, certain footballers are just predisposed. There's nothing wrong with that per se, but that's what worries me. And certain managers are gonna see that and they're gonna turn into Luke Shaw versus Mourinho. It's just gonna piss them off. He might have an amazing game and they might lose. They'll be like, yeah, Ryan Cherky's not physically ready. It's just like what?
I think I won't even let you scout a fat person. Okay?
This is what I'm saying.
Like that man is obsessed with aesthetics. Okay. Like,
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this section was brought to you by Scott Steiner.
All right, let's get those standings now. I'm satisfied. PSG are top, 65 points. Wow, it's such a huge gap. 49 points, for Marseille in second, 46 for Nice in third. Monaco and Lille are both on 44 points, and Lyon round up the top 6 on 42 points. If they get into Europe, they might be able to keep their training ground.
Let's go over to Serie A. Inter hosted Monza. They came back and beat them 3-2, but Jesus, Inter, they are just struggling.
How so?
Because they just keep doing dumb shit.
Hey,
They
man,
won.
all I see is 3 points in a title race. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, what's so dumb? Like, sometimes you have to understand they're trying to sell a product. Okay, you can't just have Monza pull up and just smack them around like you really should. You gotta give people some drama.
Dean's not happy with this, by the way, guys.
Yeah, this is Serie A is brought to you by Tyler Perry. That's all it is. That's all I'm saying. Nah, man, that shit pissed me the fuck off. That was not necessary. Like, why are you going down 2-0 at home to Monza of all teams? It was just.
Do you know
they did score a closely disallowed goal right before all of this nonsense started, but I don't think Inter were playing bad per se. But they do. Coach called them arrogant a couple weeks ago. Maybe that is the right adjective.
You know who scored in them?
They really just really think they can fix any solution or any situation. And maybe they're not wrong, but I don't think a good team should play with that attitude. I don't think.
Do you know who scored for Monza? Keita Balde.
Yeah,
yes, I was gonna say it was a really good goal, but I had to do a double take because there's no way he was this dark last week. Like, seriously.
No, he was definitely bleaching when he was at Inter.
Yeah.
You know why he was bleaching?
Because he was fucking with Icardi's wife.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't know that?
Oh man, Icardi is the best. He's the best.
Wow.
You made Icardi sit in that hotel chair.
Oh my god. Right. So here's my thing. Here's my thing with Inter. Right. Inter of late have gotten by being very smart in the market, in all the markets, in the free transfer market, in the Italian league as well, but they haven't really made any real sort of proper super established signings like that.
There's no money.
This is what I'm saying. So I think this is probably the end of this Inter sort of cycle or project because look at it, Lautaro Martinez is still technically their best attacker. He's 27 years old, right? But he's never going to be anything to me at least. But you got Barella there, you got Bastoni there, you got DeMarco there. Who else really is there? You think, wow, outstanding footballer.
I like him.
To be fair, Kanalogi's good as well, but I think Kanalogi's 30 or 31 now.
Yeah, he's older.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like the two of the three players that I named, both Bastoni and Barella, like they're at good ages, right? They're at good ages, but it just feels as if they're probably going to need a lot more surgery than we think. But then again, it's Italy. These guys might find another 2-3 years at the top level in Italy somehow. You never know. But I mean, Acerbi's there, and Acerbi's what, like 38 now. I just look at around. It's an old squad with a lot of players that are past their physical best. You know,
Dumfries. What you want about him? He does get up and down the pitch. If
he does.
Back, he could do worse. You know?
He does.
But yeah, still top of the table despite all that. So on we go. Fuck the future.
Napoli beat Fiorentina 2-1. Lukaku and Raspadori got the goals. David De Gea. But yeah.
So here's the thing, right? Napoli haven't won in 5, and Lukaku hasn't scored in 5. And I'm not projecting and extrapolating this to any other sort of football club or fortunes, but when your striker is fit and he isn't scoring goals, that's a problem. When he isn't fit, when he isn't fit and you're not scoring goals, big problem as well. The moral of the story is whether your striker's fit or not, you should still be able to score goals as a team. And a lot of like Napoli's misfortune or whatever, I feel like it's tied to whatever mood Lukaku turns up in, you know what I mean? And yeah, like the title race is still on, but they could have made some serious headway in these last like 5-6 weeks had he been scoring goals, in my opinion. Like,
what are you gonna do? Sometimes you just gotta give the title to Inter.
Oh,
asking for it.
Get out of there, man.
Juventus hosted Atalanta. I'm gonna give you guys a stat. It wasn't until like the 83rd minute Juventus had their first shot on target. Mind you, they're at home.
Mm-hmm. Great header by Weston. Should have gone in. But that Carnesecchi, man, that is the Italian number 1 right there.
Yeah. For some reason, Koopman was out wide, and I don't know what the fuck Monta's thinking, but he wasn't, and they got beat.
I think he's thinking about a severance because I don't see this felt ugly. Like I watched this game to the end. The crowd were booing their players for most of the second half. And it got louder after the game, and it's just the vibes are bad. I mean, this is not the energy that should be surrounding a club with a young coach that's supposed to be a forward-thinking manager. Like it's just all bad there. And I don't know where Gasperini found the juice from, but Atalanta looked like themselves for the first time in a couple of weeks as well. You know, like and Lookman came on and does what he always does, a nice little brace. Tegi with another goal, a penalty.
Hold on.
The left footed, the wing back, the left wing back, and the left center back combined to score a goal that involved the back heel. Like, bro, this was embarrassing for Juve. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we get off this recording and we start seeing tweets about Thiago Motta losing his job because I don't know. It felt very Peter Bosch.
That Zappa Costa goal was one of the best goals all weekend.
Insane.
He had about 3 or 4 good chances this game on his own. By the way, like. And that's one of your wingbacks. Like, what?
And you guys know who played him that back heel, right?
Yeah, man. Ozil's bodyguard. Sead Kolasinac.
Kolasinac was busting a gut, to get into the box for a header in the 89th minute. Literally, he took up the position of the centre forward, and then he got annoyed when the cross didn't get. So I'm thinking, brother, you're the left wing back or left centre back. What's going on there?
What's going on is we're humiliating Juventus. That's what the fuck is going on. Like, you know, we got it out, we put it on the table, and they couldn't. They had to sit in the cut chair. That's what happened. You know, this is lovely though. I feel like, you know, we couldn't really dig into really hating Juve for most of this season because 1, the coach they hired, and 2, young squad, lots of fun black dudes on that. But bro, it's this time of the season where, you know, they're gonna start handing out trophies and shit, and y'all niggas still suck. And now y'all losing games at home to Atalanta like this. Hell yeah, I'm enjoying this. Hey, Mike, if you listen to this episode, man, have a nice weekend. Next weekend, because I know this one wasn't.
Lecce and Milan. Milan traveled to Lecce and they came back from being. Listen, all I know is Conceição. I see why coach hates him. That's all I'm gonna say. I see exactly why he hates him.
Oh no, don't put it on me. Dean hates him probably more than me, to be honest. I
don't
just,
hate-
I just
I
want to
don't
punch
hate
him in the
anybody.
face.
I don't hate during Ramadan. Come on, man. A man like me, I'm a Jesus. Anyway, do you like? So, do you guys think the players like the manager? Or not?
No,
No,
no.
So why are they coming back in these games if they don't like him? Just lose and let him go. Like, I don't understand why they're fighting for him. Like, I mean, you're supposed to quit on the manager you don't like. I don't understand. So is it, or do you think Christian Pulisic likes the manager because he was going hard?
So Christian Pulisic is always going to defer to the most fascist figure that's nearest to him. So there's no doubt in my mind that he absolutely worships Conceição because Conceição is quite clearly a fascist. So there's that. I don't like Christian Pulisic point back period, but the issue with Milan is, and I'm probably going to upset a few people here, is one of the issues with Milan, should I say, is when some of your best players are also your most inconsistent players as well, you're gonna have issues. Tijani Reinders, wonderful player. I've asked around a lot of Milan people of late, and they're like, I've watched him enough, and I know he's great, kind of thing. But they're just like, all of that stuff doesn't matter to them because he might do that once every 50 business days. You see what I'm saying? And th- that's their biggest frustration. That they know how good he is. They know how good Liao gone to.
So here's the thing about Milan.
Mhm.
There are a lot of players that fit this description there. It can't
Yeah.
all be the players. It's what's above them. That's what's this. This is a clear case of the Manchester Uniteds. It's what's above them. Like everybody, like there's nobody there that I view as sort of like a pillar of the team that is
Yeah, of course.
consistent all the time. Mike Maignan used to be really good in goal.
No,
He's
not
been
anymore.
throwing it in lately. Rafa Leao, we've talked about him. Pulisic, he's been healthy. He's been one of the more consistent people, but even so, like
I still don't rate him.
I'm not betting my life on him. You know, like
Where's it?
Teo Hernandez is just Teo Hernandez at the Euros just looked like this is what it looks like, and he gets back to Milan and dives and gets sent off. Like
You know
what?
who he is? You know
Theo
Theo
Hernandez
Hernandez
needs a
is?
fucking record contract, man. I'm tired of this shit, man. This
You know
nigga's
who he
not-
is? He's a
Go on.
thug. Theo Hernandez is a thug. Okay, point blank. Period.
Yeah, he not even like a man. Fuck out of here, bro.
Como and Venezia was 1-1. Cessena's team dropped points to a late penalty. Venezia. I don't know why we're even talking about him, but Nico Paz. Where do you think he should go? Inter. Where do you think Nico Paz should go?
First off, I just want to say I'm not. I mean, I recognize that he's a good player. I mean, you don't come from Real Madrid and have Cesc Fabregas build his team around you if you're not a good player. All I'm saying is that I don't see it yet, so I don't really care where he goes. It looks like Inter really wants him though, because I know Javier Zanetti was at this game instead of the Inter game. So good for Inter, but if you wanna,
If they want him, Inter are gonna move away from the way they configure their midfield. Then surely.
I'm just not super into it, to be honest. But hey, bring in the talent. If he's supposed to be as good as people say he is, great. But I'm not super enamored with the guy yet. Maybe it's because he's Argentinian. Maybe because he looks like a slightly less fascist version of Garnacho. I don't know what it is. But I'm not into it. So
Empoli hosted Roma, and Roma scored the fastest goal in history thanks to Matthias Sule. 25 seconds.
Now that's a player I want to talk about because Gabby. No, for real though. Like in general, if we're talking about players, not just for my club, for anyone that could be making a move to a bigger club and having an impact, this is the market I'm in. Players of this quality. Matthias Sule is a really, 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 really good talent. Someone that I rate highly. I personally love players that are a bit, I would say a little bit awkward in the way they might carry out things, but also he's a really good dribbler in general. And he's a player I see that probably will make a move, probably within Italy, but just based off the eye test, like I'm sold already. Like the FB ref shit is what it is. It looks good. Don't get me wrong, it looks good, but
listen,
God,
here's my thing. Like I often judge players on the metric of do I want them at my club. And I know that's a high bar because I'm lucky enough to support Arsenal at the moment. So it's not always a high bar, but at the moment it is. I just don't see it for him in a league like the he needs to stay in Italy. Is basically what I'm
This is what I said. Within Italy, he could easily go. He could easily go to Napoli because Napoli to me still needs to reinforce their attack. He could easily go to Napoli. He could easily go to Inter. Oh my god! But that's a player that I look at and think, yeah, if we're looking at relatively obscure talents, and I say relatively because he's a known quantity, that's the players that people should be looking at. He's a good player, like he really is.
Good. Hey, I've no skin in the game. It is what it is. I'm not looking at no more Argentines for me. I just want the standards in Italy so we can go to Spain.
Inter 61 points, Napoli 60 points, Atalanta 58 points. Atalanta and Inter play next week Sunday.
Wait,
Just for the international break. That probably is the biggest game of the entire weekend as far as I'm concerned. Like across Europe. Like,
why is this necessary, man? Can't we just be done with the big games? I was about to talk some crazy shit right now, too. I was about to say that the table ain't changing until May. I was just about to say that, but now Inter got to go play these fucking assholes.
and you're playing them in Bergamo as well.
That's easier. That's okay. Inter doing nonsense in Milan. That's their issue.
Juve are 4th on 52 points. Lazio and Bologna are both on 50 points that round out the top 6.
Brr.
We're gonna go over to Spain. Barcelona Osasuna was suspended. Unfortunately, Barca's team doctor passed away 30 minutes before the game. Rest his soul. So that game will be played at a later date. Very just tragic, just rest his soul. Getafe, Atletico Madrid, that game popped off towards the end. Atletico scored, Angel Correa got a red card, and then Getafe scored 2
On his
goals.
birthday. Don't leave that out.
On his goddamn birthday, he's got a red card, and then his team
He
collapsed.
definitely booked a table somewhere. He's like, I'm out of there, man. I'm out of it.
He gonna be at the strip club like Mr. Burns.
Smithers?
No, twerk softer.
Well, yeah, they lost. That was fantastic. So,
Yeah, I wish I'd had the privilege of watching the last 10 minutes of this. I didn't get to watch it, but like you said, everything popped up near the end, short up in the 75th, then to concede in the 88th and 92nd to a Bordalas. Like, Bordalas is the one coach in La Liga that is definitely more of a thug than Simeone. So for Simeone and Atleti to get Atleti, that's always a good weekend. Like,
have you guys ever seen that Bart Simpson meme of like the Bart Simpson lookalike? They both stare each other.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Bordalas and Simeone.
like,
Do you know what though? It's very. I hate projecting and stuff, but everyone everywhere this weekend in general, yeah, all the teams that expect to pick up points here, and I know Getafe is a very, very tough place to go to. Like,
well, we called this, coach.
yeah, I know, but it's like everyone seems to be messing around. One way, like at this point of the season, everyone seems to be messing around, and it's like, while I know obviously the stakes are different here and the expectations different here and there, blah blah blah. It just tells me that this shit isn't out of the ordinary. You know what I mean? Like, Atleti have got a big Champions League game midweek. They lost in the week. They lost in the weekend kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like, Inter had one in the week as well. Okay, obviously they won, yeah, and then they struggled this weekend. Then what's their name? Obviously Napoli don't have anything, so they're fine. But then Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen this week as well. They both played each other, obviously. Bayern Munich won them, but then they both lost this weekend. It's just like, there is, these guys are human, and there should be a bit more, I suppose, less sort of outrage is the word I'm looking for, probably. Because these things can happen. These are all top teams and all top professionals, or whatever. You know what I mean?
I think that's a very astute point, coach. Like, the thing about sports is that if the outcome was always guaranteed, then we wouldn't watch it.
Exactly.
Like, part of why we like this so much is because of weekends like this,
Yeah.
when the teams that are the favorites all take L's. And if it wasn't like this, I'm not sure we'd be as interested as we are.
Yeah.
So
I even forgot
people
Dortmund
shouldn't
as well.
complain about this. You should be happy
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
I think personally. So.
But it's just people just tend to, I suppose, go overboard with these things. Like, it's quite literally, it's football. That's what can happen.
Not your life. So teams lose games. More at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know who didn't lose? Real Madrid. They beat Rayo Valenciano 2-1. The two goals that they scored, right? I want to say something about Killian and Vinny. They're animals. Like they're actually legit scary people. Like the first goal was all Killian. Like he got the ball in the middle of the field, passed it, and continued his run, and then he finished it. Vinny's goal, he just took the piss. Like he literally just danced around, came back in the box, and then finished them. It was like you guys are rude. Judy came back, but yeah, Real Madrid did their thing, and Killian and Vinny are the main characters today. So
Here's the thing. I think Vallecano scored the best goal of the game. like,
Easily.
like it was
Crazy because
dumb.
that Vinny goal was actually very
It
special.
was insane. But you know me and team goals. But yeah,
Best goals. Team goals are the best goals.
what I will say about Vinny's goal is the guy is so physically better than pretty much everyone he comes across that it's like he's obviously very skillful, but I feel like a lot of his advantage just comes to the fact that he's just relentless in the way he goes at you. That it's like even if your position's right, he's just quicker and stronger. That you can't physically contain him.
And you know where you get that from?
Go
Fucking
on.
stepping over dead bodies in a favela. During your, like when you grow up in a socialist haven, like, let's say Norway. No, that's apropos of nothing. Let's just say Norway. Who's from Norway, perhaps? Do you know? Like,
Oscar Bob.
there you go. That sounds like a bitch to me.
oh my god!
So I'm just saying, shout out Vinicius for for going through some shit and becoming a real ass motherfucker that you could rely on to make the difference in the game when other people aren't there, or when other people are there. But still, as coach said, the best goal of the game came from Rayo Vallecano. That's for sure.
By the way, before we get to the standings, 2 Nigerians scored this weekend. One is Deen's son, Umar Sadiq.
Yes, sir.
Scored.
Yes, sir. My very pause-worthy son.
And Chidera Ejuke scored, the winner for Sevilla.
That was the
Pretty
winner?
decent goal. You saw what?
That was the winner in that game?
It was the winner.
Man, Real Sociedad fell off, man.
Yeah, they fell off hard. They did. Ejuke scored in the 46th minute, and that was that. So it was a good goal. Coach, can we get the standings before we go over to the land of Ing?
Yeah. Speaking of Real Sociedad, anyway, they're on 34 points, same as United, who have 34 in England.
Oh, we almost close to 40. We almost safe, baby.
Yeah, but Barcelona with a game in hand are on 57 points, and so are Real Madrid on 57 points. Atleti on 56 points, and then Bilbao on 49, Villarreal on 44, and Real Betis on 41. Real Betis, outside of Barca, are the form team in Spain, just so you know, and I am very, very pleased for Isco and Pellegrini. And those are the only people that, to me, exist at Real Betis. Nobody else exists.
I'm very happy for Anthony, too, because we're going to make some money.
Yeah. Good for you, man.
And I love Hector. Hector, my boy Hector. I'm about to cop a Real Betis throwback kit. That's something I need in my life. I feel like instead of buying more Nigeria kits, I should just buy more Real Betis kits. It's the same shit. One just got the Kappa joint, which is very cool.
You can just get Finidi on there as well. So.
I might do that. But
and you know what?
I might get a cowboy hat too then.
I was about to say I might buy you the cowboy hat.
Oh my nigga, please do.
That's what real friends do. Let's go to Premier League. Nottingham Forest. Speaking of friends, our friend Pep Guardiola lost again. Loser. Callum Hudson-Odoi celebrated Ghanaian Independence Day by scoring the winner, and that was a great time. So Pep's doing this thing where he doesn't have a defensive midfielder anymore, and he's just like gonna start complaining about it. So yeah, whatever.
It's. I mean, I don't want to judge a motherfucker that succeeded at a wild rate. Like, this is arguably the best football manager ever, the most influential of this generation, certainly, or at least the last generation, or whatever generation he belongs to. And for him to be so, I think the word is clueless. How to resolve the issue of missing. Fair, Rodri is the best midfielder in the world. But even so, with all that money and all that winning experience and all those brains and all those fucking hoodies, like, bruh, I don't know, man. I expect more from Pep. That's just where it's at. It's really disappointment. It's not even trying to hate. It's really disappointment. I was actually curious to see how he would solve this problem. And he just hasn't. And I don't like it.
The thing with the Premier League is that you can dread it and run from it. It will come for you eventually. He suffered in his first season. Like, he was shocked. Like, it was a culture shock for him, genuinely. I think he's gone on record to say it as well. and I feel like it's come back around where he got to such a level where he had mastered the Premier League, if you like, but he'd mastered it by cheating, obviously, but by having a certain level of player available to him every single match day. And the moment that drops below suboptimal, it's almost like we talk about plan A's, plan B's, plan C's kind of thing. His plan A was pretty good, probably the best we've seen, right? But the issue is that your plan A is so heavily reliant on player quality, like genuine player quality. I don't care what anyone says. Pep is a great tactician, all of this kind of thing. He can't play the football he's been able to get his team to play without that level of quality. Whether that's a criticism or whatever, it's just to me, I think it's a fair and honest observation.
He says that too.
Yeah, exactly. He said
he couldn't have achieved anything without the players. Like I was having a discussion with a friend recently, and I'm going wild here with this. I admit that, but I would argue very comfortably. Call me crazy if you want. If a manager with the same sort of mental makeup and level of charisma as, let's say, Mikel Arteta, happened to be the coach of Barcelona B when Messi came into the first team and Barcelona decided, you know what, Frank Rijkaard, get the fuck out of here. We're putting the Barcelona B coach in. Do you think Mikel Arteta wouldn't have won something with Leo Messi and the rest of those players at Barcelona?
You don't have to be. You don't have to be Arteta. You could.
My point is that you don't have to be that good. You don't have to be as good as Pep, as we currently view Pep as being. If you have players that good, if you have the GOAT, you're gonna win shit. You know, a lot of shit, and you're gonna influence a generation of people. And that's not to undercut what he's achieved, but he's had some very comfortable contexts. And I'm just disappointed that the first time he's faced what to me feels like real adversity, he's failed.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed.
Yeah. But Morgan gives White that pass. Still not going to the World Cup, but yeah.
Might as well get to learn Jamaican, buddy.
That pass was so good and made Pep hydrate. But that happens to that dude. That motherfucker, he got great skin, man. Shout out Pep, man.
Brighton to Fulham won. Brighton lost to Forest 7-0 a month ago, and they've just won ever since then. Just doing it.
And it's crazy. Like a team that employs Danny Welbeck is winning, and I'm not happy about it. I can't stand Brighton anymore. I can't.
Yeah, they're just nasty, man. I don't know if they've replaced like Stoke for me, but they might have replaced like Sam Allardyce Bolton. I want to say for me,
yeah,
that level of just
nasty thug type shit.
Yeah,
I'm not fucking with it, man. All this cute.
And why are all their matches at night? Like I've never seen a Brighton game like during the day. Like, and the same thing with the Reebok Stadium as well. At the Reebok, right? Literally, all of those games that you see of Bolton, they're always at night. Why is that?
I was about to say something so corny right now. I'm going to say it anyway.
Please don't. Please.
No, you know what? I could tell you why it is, but I don't. I want the edit for this podcast to be very easy. So let's just move on.
He said it's no longer Brighton, it's Knighton.
Oh my! If I leave this pod now, nobody judge me.
Oh man, that was a fantastic whatever the fuck that was. It was corny, but yeah. Good job, man.
Iwobi's assist was really good though. Shout out to Alex Iwobi. So
I don't care how good you think that was. I don't want to see Iwobi on the strong side. I don't like that shit. It upsets me.
He's been playing there for so long now. We just got to accept it, and it gets on my nerves. The only time he changes it is when it's late in the game and he wants to vary the tactical. He's chasing the game like that, but he always starts on the right for them. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. Iwobi is such a wonderful player when he's coming in field and actually influencing the game in the middle of the park. Not when he's tucked away doing racist winger shifts, because that's what it's racism. Like,
it really is, man. Like, I don't think Marco Silva sees the difference between him and Adam.
He doesn't. He just sees dreads. That's all he sees.
Get out there.
Give the baby on.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to Ola. I know, by the way. Just randomly shout out to Ola.
That's a good shout out.
Yeah. Ola has been very, very good. Arguably probably one of the best right backs, if not the best in the league this year. It's been very good.
It's no longer good now. You've said
okay. Crystal Palace beat Ipswich Town 1-0. I'm pretty sure everybody beats Ipswich at this point. Even United beats Ipswich, so they're going down. So, yeah, we did beat them twice. Yeah. Liverpool, Southampton. Again, Southampton's another team everybody beats. They went up 1-0. John Joe Shelby scored the first goal, and then
I don't know what's wrong with you, you know.
He called that nigga chemotherapy cruise. That's fucked up, man. Why you do that, man?
Joking, Will Smallbone. It's a good goal, but Salah got 2 penalties, and
Can I ask, guys? Because we can talk about it now. Yeah, we can talk about it now because everyone's got what they wanted, right? And everyone can be honest with themselves now, right? Which is, it is what it isn't at this point. Everyone will get their just desserts anyway. But the simple fact is, Darwin Nunez, right? Why was he still on the pitch after that? Because there was no attempt to play the ball, and it's dangerous play. By every single metric that the PGMO have written about, giving out cards and stuff like that, why was he still on the pitch?
Like, listen, I'm just tell you like this. Like, I didn't want to admit it at the time because there was a lot of season left, and I was hopeful that Arsenal could just thug it out. But the minute that David Cooch shit happened, this title was sewed up. Okay, like. Liverpool haven't had a bad call against them in months. Like, it's just what it is, man. Like, you can't have a fucking ref on camera talking about Jurgen Klopp as a dickhead and shit and expect refs to ever make a decent call against Liverpool again. And that's not the reason why they're winning the league, but it doesn't fucking hurt, does it now? So let's just move on before I lose my composure.
But we can all be honest about this shit. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you can be the biggest cop eye ever. How is that not another booking? See, he's chased the guy down and hacked him down, and the guy's even going. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Hey, listen, man. He did. It's not like this was Copa America, okay? Like, he took it easy on the guy. Like, it's about levels.
he has thrown punches in the past.
Right.
Yeah, he has.
He could have thrown a punch, and he didn't. So for me, that's a yellow card.
Brentford hosted Aston Villa, and Ollie Watkins scored a goal with the G-Tech, and that was really all she wrote. So,
what is this thing about players playing against their old club and just scoring against them, or playing against the club that they support and just scoring against them? Like, what is it?
Ollie Watkins did score against
Brentford.
You said teams he supports. He is an Arsenal fan. So
yeah, exactly.
Never mind. You're right.
Yeah. To be honest, that season I think they had Morpay and him. Like, yeah, and I think he got into the championship team of the season if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's good championship hoops, real heritage hoops there. But yeah, I'm gonna be a fan of Ollie Watkins for pretty much to the day he retires. To be honest, he's actually proven that he's more than capable at this level. So
sure, not for me. Don't want him in my club. No.
Can't you just be happy for a guy? Like, it's not always Arsenal.
Hey, man, be happy. I'm not happy. That's all I'm doing. I'm just providing balance in the form of hatred. Okay? Like, no black man should run like that. Okay? How are you a black striker and your running gates is the same as Granit Xhaka?
Well, he's faster than Marcus Thuram, so.
Well, there's that, but Marcus Thuram looks faster than him.
No, he doesn't. Don't get me.
No, he do. It's about the gait. Like, his hips are so stiff, man. Like, it's very, very anti-Shakira, which generally is a good thing. But, let's move on before Gianni Infantino shows up.
Wolves and Everton was 1-1. I think this is kind of like just a fair for this game. I think it was kind of fair that they both split the points evenly.
I suppose. I'm just really pleased for David Moyes. Like, I just like that he got back in the job and he did a good job, and now we have to respect him forever. Like, for those of you who didn't respect him, I don't know why not, but if you didn't, now you have to. So because this man is a miracle worker. Everton looked cooked under Sean Dyche, and here he is. They're unbeaten in 8. That's insane. These are the same players, right? So there you go.
Good job, Dave.
Hey man, European champion right there.
Yeah. Marshall Mwentwensi. He's the first Zimbabwean player to score since Benjani in 2011.
I don't respect lesser Africans.
Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna move on. Chelsea.
That's going, by the way. I'm sorry. That's just what.
It would be on my version of the pod.
Chelsea beat Leicester 1-0. Really nothing to take away from this game. Cole Palmer missed a penalty. So
Cole. Who?
That's something to take away from the game. Like what? Like, I don't know, man. He's just having a bit of a, every player has a little lull. Like, this to me is like a little lull in form, because he's done it enough times that I'm like, he'll be back. I have no doubts about him. And it was a good save by the goalkeeper. I thought the penalty was good. It just wasn't enough in the corner. Yeah. It happens. Like, I know a guy from Norway that did that once against United in an FA Cup game.
Mm-hmm.
That happened. Crazy shit.
But that penalty was crap, so yeah.
As Cucurella go though, I've got to give him credit. He might be the most annoying player in the Premier League right now. That hair is just, and his whole manner. He's just such a fucking weasel. He's like Bruno with less skill.
You know who he is? You guys ever seen Recess? You remember Randall from Recess?
Yeah.
That's what he is. Yeah. He's like I grew up in the hood. I don't watch that shit.
I'm gonna pretend I know what that meant. I don't know what that meant.
Bournemouth and Tottenham. Tottenham hosted Bournemouth. Bournemouth went up 2-0. And then Tottenham scored 2 more, and then the game ended up in a draw. Bournemouth should have beat them. The first 15 minutes, they were peppering the hell out of them. They really were. But then they didn't put their chances away, and Tottenham got 2 and ended up 2-2. So,
Yeah, I know. Tottenham are getting players back now, so I don't feel like Bournemouth can be mad about a point away at Tottenham. But as you said, they probably should have won this. They were the better team.
yeah.
And Evan Nilsson, I like him because he has a Brazilian's name. A lot of these recent Brazilians have had these weird ass names that that aren't really popping like that. Evan Nilsson is a good Brazilian name, but I hate him because he's the best diver in the league now. Him and Yao Pedro. It's between them two. I don't know which one of them is the best diver, but it's one of those assholes. That's for sure. Why Brazil don't win shit. Fucking bums.
Neymar got called back recently, actually. So
Call back where?
to the Brazilian national team.
Oh, that's good news for everybody, I think.
I personally think this whole year should be just rehab for the World Cup. Don't stress yourself. Don't do anything, because a fit Neymar, like we saw what he did in the last World Cup, and even though I think he ended up having like an ankle injury towards the end of it, but he can do something in it. So I personally wouldn't be mad at another Brazil win at the World Cup in America. Personally, I think that is heritage.
I guess that's what it is now, huh?
Yeah.
It is heritage.
Added Arsenal 1-1. The Arsenal podcast will be out by the time you guys hear this. They had their thoughts. It was also the live stream, so really thank you everybody for showing up for that. I'm sorry that I didn't show up.
Somebody ran up in there. The first one says, "Where the hell is Tosin at?" Like, I don't talk to these bums. Could you believe that? I couldn't believe. I was like, I actually want to end the stream right there and then. They were like, "Who the hell are these bums?" I was like, "What?"
Hey man, Habib, fuck you too, bro. Fuck you too, bro. I would never forget what you did today. Like you can't even say hi. You fucking prick. I love you, but you're a prick.
No manners, no nothing. I couldn't believe.
No fucking man, no Ramadan Kareem, no nothing. Just pull up like, where's Tosin?
Like,
Okay.
what?
Hey, man,
We might have to put out some guidelines on how we're still Nigerian guys, we're still Yoruba guys. So we do want a little bit of respect.
Yeah, approach me with respect. Prostrate yourself before you speak to me. I'm not your mate.
Like, what was that?
Come into my chat talking about where's Tosin. Fuck you and fuck Tosin. Only around nonsense person. Come in, you prostrate, you salute yourself, you say hi, then we talk like
That's
individuals.
mental. The more I think about it.
That shit is still upsetting me, man. Out of nowhere, just off the top rope, like where's Tosin? Like, okay.
No Ekaro, no Ekale, no none of that. Just
No greeting, no home training. Kilo share.
acting like a banshee. Jesus Christ. I didn't get my thoughts off in this game, but long story short, I don't even know what to say, but long story short, we got some terrible players at the club, but they fought today. That's the only thing I can say, that they actually fought. And
It was a Premier League game.
yeah. That's what it was. It was 22 men kicking the ball around. That's all I can say.
Well, for me,
No. It was 20 men.
It was really 21 men and a Norwegian. Okay, let's
No. It was 20 men, a rat, and a Norwegian. Like, no, 19 men, a rat, Norwegian, and
the one area because he's 17.
a lucha libre.
Yo, Andre Onana had me thinking of things that they were saying to people in the 30s in America, and I was very, very tired of Andre
I
Onana.
thought he did a good job. I mean,
I'll be honest with you. I feel like he just caught a wild stray there. What the hell did he do? All he did was goaltend while black.
What kind of Habib behavior is that? Just out of nowhere, just assaulting somebody. Just, no manners.
His distribution today, right? When we were watching the first half, right? Like I was so annoyed. Like I was like, come on, man. Like, I really want to support my black brothers and sisters and everything, but come on, man. You make me feel like I'm in Doge. Like, what is wrong with you?
Like, listen, man. We didn't talk about this on the Arsenal pod, but I do think it's weird that Lindelof can just like choke another grown man in public like that and not get caught up in a foul. Like that's weird.
Sex masochism.
You know what it is? They saw Lindelof wearing a dress, and they were like, you know what? We just gotta let him be.
Yeah, I suppose the one thing with I don't know if you guys know this, but yeah, I barely. I mean, not even just because it's Ramadan, but leading up to it for a long time, I barely read social media like that. But some of the inklings I'm getting from some of the stuff guys are posting in group chats is that United fans are really feeling themselves, and this is part of the reason why I've enjoyed beating you guys 4 games in a row, like genuinely, because like a game like today can happen where it's just like Arsenal just don't perform, right? Credit to United. United raised the game for us, is what it is. But to run around calling Arsenal like crap and whatnot from 14th, I just think is mental, because you're not going to play this well on Thursday. And you're not going to play this for whoever your next league game is against. You're not going to play. So there's some questions need to be asked about why is it you're able to be competent when Arsenal comes to town. You know what I mean?
Like this is it's crazy because I hate to say this with Tosin's presence on the pod because it feels like I'm being disrespectful. I'm not. I'm just stating a fact. We've become their cup trophy. Like us and
basically,
they show up for us and City and nobody else. It's ridiculous.
Hey, look, I'm gonna
and
say
Liverpool,
this.
to be fair.
I'm gonna say this. I agree with you.
Like no, for real, because you know what's gonna happen, right? Because you guys didn't do this on Thursday. Like you didn't do it against Fulham either.
They won't do it on Thursday again.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, so calling us crap, whatever. Okay, cool. Oh, you couldn't beat United. Okay, but you've beaten you like literally 4 times in a row, bro. Like, nobody's beaten United 5 times in a row in the league. Not even City.
United niggas still outside the club. You can't complain about the bottles we popping, whether it's rosé or I don't know bottles, nigga. I don't go to the club. But I picked the wrong analogy. Point being, like, you're 14th. Like, be humble, okay? As the theme of the season goes, be humble, please. Like, focus on. And there's again, a lot going on at United. Focus on that shit. Relax.
Yeah, this is even, because I know Tosin, for the most part is sensible. I want to say. I might have just assumed he's gender. I don't know. He might be. But the main thing is that like find joy where you can in it. But I just it's gonna come straight back at you. Basically, is what I'm saying. Like you guys can talk whatever, okay, but that, wasn't it last season that United fans are piping up talking about Arsenal celebrating a draw? Like, what's happening today then? Like,
to be fair, bro, like literally the manager that's supposed to get them out of this shit says depressing shit to them all day, every day. Like, let them take any joy. Let's not take.
It's facts. That's true.
You've done enough.
That's true.
Done
Find joy where you can.
My favorite thing about this game was Garnacho's boots, because it made me realize how much I love the Vapor 1s and 2s. That's like the thing I took away the most. Was like, wow.
What Vapors was wearing? The Ronaldo ones?
Yeah, the OG Vapor 1s, the black ones from like 02.
So, more than anthracite. It's not
like. So here's my thing. They need to bring back the Vapors just before that one with the Nike tick on the ankle. Those to me are the best Vapors ever.
The Mercurials from '98.
No, these are from 2000 to 2002.
Okay, they're still Vapors, right?
They're still Vapors, yeah.
Okay.
So they had the all gold ones, which were the specific R9 ones. Then they had the all black ones with the blue thing on the Achilles. Then they had the red one with the red one on the Achilles. Henri and Van Nistelrooy alternated between the blue and the red one on the Achilles. But the boot itself was all black. To me, those are my favorite ever Vapors, point blank period.
I think speed boots are fucking terrible.
Okay.
You were a Copa Mundial guy, weren't you?
Yes.
I know you was. I look at
touch. No, I'm a well, not the Mundial, but I'm a Copa. I'm a Mizuno guy. I'm a hipster. What can I say? But I also don't have legs, so why are we talking about this? I'm literally floating, like crying in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right now. Like my head is just floating. I ain't got no lower body or nothing. Don't worry about it.
Do you know what? 2 people I know that play at my kickabout, they both wear Mizuno. One of them was complaining because
you playing with Yao Felix?
No, not even that. One of them is from Korea. The other one is I think he was German. But anyway, he broke in his Mizunos and he was limping afterwards. I was like, bro, you're not supposed to just wear them fresh out of the box. Any boot. Like, you don't do that. unless you're a masochist.
Hey,
But
listen,
yeah,
man. Germans are known to invade things like without thinking.
We're going off track here.
Let us go home. We stopped talking about football like 30 minutes ago. We're talking about boots
yeah.
now. Like
Tomorrow we got West Ham versus Newcastle on Monday, and we just need the standings now so we can get out of England and tell you guys what's going on.
Yeah, so here's the thing with that fixture tomorrow. So I think, hand on heart, guys, and I mean this sincerely, I think that's the group of the worst fans in the Premier League, hands down. Like, if you can find me a worse group of fans, I genuinely want to, and I'm talking from my experience of just on a match day and stuff like that. West Ham fans are the worst, and I think Newcastle are not that far behind them. They're terrible, genuinely horrible, horrible fan base. You got Arsenal on 55 points, Nottingham Forest on 51 points, and Chelsea on 49 points. City are now sitting fifth, only a point behind Brighton, a point ahead of Brighton on 47 points. And then, Brighton on 46, Aston Villa on 45. And listen to this, Bournemouth, Newcastle are both on 44 points, and Fulham on 42 points. Wow. Wow.
This is a huge week. Champions League week is back. Europa League, Conference League, all that is back this week. And I still bet you Rasmus Højlund is still not going to score. So there's that. Fellas, anything you want to add before we head out of here?
Nah, man. Thanks for joining us on the live stream. I ain't gonna do no Arsenal live streams no more though. So let me just tell y'all like that. That is not ever happening again. But we'll see on some other ones in the future. That's for sure. That was fun. Yeah. But yeah. Thanks,
For
guys.
myself, Tosin, and the guys, we're out. Everyone take it easy. Peace.
Peace.
Hey folks, this is Deen from the Shirtless Plantain Show. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and follow us on all our socials. You can see them right beneath our recordings in every video. Thanks again, and see you on the next one.